All right, welcome in. Fired up and excited for tonight's Meet the Trader live Q&A strategy session. This is Ricardo Hamilton, Crypto Rick, also known as MEMS, founder, chief architect of OnlyCrypto, and just fired up and excited for where we are with today in this platform. Total transparency, total visibility and security in this platform. Non-custodial mirror trading infrastructure paid in XRP. So today we're going to go over meeting one of our top traders here by the name of Crypto Cliff. We're going to go into some Q&A with him and allow you guys, if you have any questions at the end, to be able to ask him any questions. And then we're going to go into sort of a back office training and Q&A session as well. But for the respective time, definitely want to get this Q&A session started. So, brother Crypto Cliff, thank you for coming on, brother. Thank you for coming on and being part of the Only Crypto ecosystem.
Thanks for having me. I'm just getting in from the airport, so I had to run and jump on this class real quick. But yeah, man, thanks for having me, man. It's definitely a blessing.
Yeah, definitely. And we're fired up and excited to have you. And we got a bright future moving forward as people take advantage of, what we put together here. But tell everyone, I guess, who you are and how long you've been in trading.
Hey, I'm Crypto Cliff. My name is Clifton O'Neill. Crypto Cliff. That's the alias I go by. I've been a full-time investor since 2010, late 2010, early 2011. Very early adopter in the cryptocurrency space. I bought Bitcoin for around $100, around 111, $112 for the very first time back in 2011. I'm a pioneer in the space. I've literally watched the entire cryptocurrencies market be birthed into existence. Not only that, I've been a financial mentor since 2016. I've been teaching people, taught over 2,200 students at this point how to trade and how to invest into the cryptocurrency, stock, and precious metal space, and now diving into real estate. I've created 99 millionaires, and I've retired 178 students at this point.
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful, folks. So you guys see obviously why we're so excited to be able to partner and work with somebody like Cliff of his nature. So, what got you into trading crypto specifically?
Honestly, it was my girls. I'm a big avid believer in that it's a man's job to leave an inheritance for his children. And I used to be a truck driver, and I was driving trucks, and I was gone all the time, and I was missing valuable time I had with my children. So I wanted to just, be closer to my children, be able to, spend that time with them. So that's what actually first got me into trading. I actually learned, not necessarily learned, but I actually got introduced into the space, into investing in the forex market by another fellow truck driver who I just seen just on a whim. He was in between his daytime of him driving, and at night he would actually get out, go into the truck stop, and use their internet systems to start trading forex. And I was very, very highly intrigued by it. So me just watching this driver just make money in multiple different ways, make money on the road, then turn around and make money in the markets. I'm like, man, this is something I know I can get into.
Yeah, and that's powerful because that's one of the things that we advocate as well is that people have multiple streams of income and definitely leverage this market that operates 24/7. And when you really get into this space, that ability to have that time freedom, that location freedom, you know what I mean, is really valuable. And so what now that you're trading, and obviously you're a successful trader, you made millions in the crypto space, you've created millionaires, you literally coach and train people today. What type of a trader would you say you are, and then what would be your core strategy and approach, especially to this market?
So I teach my students the art of swing trading, day trading, and scalping. Now, me personally, I'm more of a day trader slash swing trader when it comes down to the future perpetuals markets. I do scalp, and I have made a killing scalping, but it's just my time is restricted back to being most of a swing trader and a day trader. And honestly, most people are swing traders and day traders. Only a select few people really, really want to dive into the scalping market real heavy.
Okay, okay. And so, what indicators, like because obviously everybody has their different strategy, or technical analysis or fundamentals that they use to look at different indicators how they decide to enter a trade. So, what are some of those things that you look for and you use when you decide to actually get into a trade?
Okay, so most people don't understand that the cryptocurrency future perpetual market is completely different from other traditional markets, where you can use a lot of technical analysis and use go into the MACDs and go into the bowling, and you go into a bunch of different technical analysis chart reading chart reading tools or indicators. With crypto futures, it's more so price action movement. Most of the time, oftentimes, our prices never really go back into the same price point zones on most trades, unless you're trading like the premiums like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, right? So I love to use the optimized trend tracker. That's one of my all-time favorite indicators. I'm also a big advocate over the old school stochastic RSI, right? Let's ride those resistance in demand lines, right? And I'm also a very, very big advocate, honestly, of the trend flow profile. Let's see where the demand and where the resistance actually goes. Let's see what the buyers are buying and what the sellers are selling. That's how you become an efficient trader in the markets, by learning how to ride those zones.
And so that's a skill and skill set that's developed over time. And there are a lot of different indicators that traders use. And when you're using the right ones in the right combination, and if you have the right insight, that's what makes a lot of success. But so I kind of want to get into like risk management now, because obviously we have success and we have indicators, and we kind of get into a trade. But how do you manage the risk on your trade? Like what type of protections, and how do you avoid liquidations and things of that nature, as far as like your risk management strategy when you go into trades?
So here's the thing. This is one thing I want everybody to listen to. You're going to get liquidated eventually. It's going to happen, right? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes the market or the broker or the exchange just moves so fast that it liquidates you, depending on what type of and how volatile that trade is. Liquidation is a part of the game. Taking L's is a part of the game. So what you want to do is always have a set plan for every single trade you go in. Always have a set stop loss and a set take profit. Your goal is not to try to make the most profit that play is going to offer you. Your goal is to try to make your profit percent gain percentage. Point blank, period. If you're going for 10%, 10%, 10%, make sure you hit that 10%, and don't be mad about the 50, the 60, 70% you could have got. Your goal is to stick with your 10%, point blank, period. Consistency, consistency, consistency. That is your number one way to not lose as much money in the market. You're going to take L's. Warren Buffett is the most profound trader of all time. Warren Buffett takes L's. If Warren Buffett can take a L, you can take a L.
And that's powerful. That was a really great that you mentioned that when you talk about risk management and mindset, and understanding what comes with this space. There are winners, there are losers, and yeah, you'll get liquidated. There are market dynamic and forces sometimes that you can't account for, and it's just part of the industry. When you're getting into trading, and that's something that comes with over time. But one of the obviously the key things that people want to do as well is look at this not as a trade by trade basis, not even as a day by day basis, but look at it over time, over a month, 2 months, 3 months, and look at the performance, and then also take into consideration the market conditions, right? Because obviously the market we're in right now is a very hard market to trade, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, it's a very, very, very difficult market to trade. So, but yeah, obviously there will be losses and there will be wins, right? What do you say? What separates a profitable trader from someone who blows accounts? Would you say that there's anything that separates those traders? And how do you when you teach mindset? How do you teach that in regards to like maybe losing streaks, mentally or strategically?
Your biggest opponent is going to be your mind, point blank, period. Your biggest opponent is going to be the person you look at in the mirror every single morning. And it's because of your emotions, right? We have an emotional attachment to money, and that's oftentimes why we lose the most money. You have to realize that money is just a tool, and it's a tool to be used to either spend or multiply into something else, an asset, right? So what you're doing when you trade is you're multiplying your dollar bill into an asset. So the biggest tool that you can do is learn how to control your mentality, learn how to control your mind. Don't get beat up every time you take a L, because you're going to take L's, but you're also going to take wins. Most people lose money in this market because they have a lottery pick mentality. They trade the market like this scratch out tickets versus versus it being a tool that you can use to help you print your own paycheck.
Yeah, yeah, that's powerful. The gambler mindset versus the investor mindset, and a lot of people think they're stepping into the investor arena, but they're having a gambler's get rich quick kind of mindset, and that's where that confusion lies when they don't see what they think they would should have saw, right? But one thing about trading is that it's true when it'll put that mirror up to you. If you want to figure out yourself better, if you're a disciplined person, or if you're consistent, or how do you handle situations and circumstances that can just come up. Trading will definitely teach you about yourself and help you understand where some of your weak points are, but it also helps you develop your strengths as well, as you start to have success and see that. And so that's what I love about what we're doing with Only Crypto, is because, we're leveraging traders who have that experience, over the years, who've had that success, who have developed that mindset and that skill set. They went through the fire to where they're coming out on the other side and really seeing the possibilities, the opportunities of this space and taking advantage of it. And then us now, either whether you're a beginner or not, being able to mirror the same trades that they make in their account while you're learning, while you're getting educated, all at the same time while earning XRP. So, brother, tell us like what made you decide to partner, with Only Crypto, and how does copy, how does would you say private copy trading with Only Crypto compares to like just public copy trading, anyone else?
Well, honestly, the number one reason why I wanted to join Only Crypto, outside of me and you we have a relationship outside of everything else. We've been building for a while, especially on the silver tip, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
So the reason why I wanted to join is because there's nothing more powerful than the community. There is nothing more powerful than a strong community who are all moving in unison, who are all moving for a certain goal, right? So Only Crypto in the copy trading account will allow people to make those small profits along their journey. Now, here's the thing. I solely believe that Only Crypto should not be your final stop. You should learn how to trade for yourself completely.
definitely.
Learn how to trade for yourself. But this is a stepping stool that will help you propel yourself in that market to learn the full scale of trading. Learn while you earn. Learn while you earn. Or earn while you learn.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And so that's obviously some good advice. And that you get that advice to beginners and even intermediate people as well. This is definitely a stepping stone while you can earn while you're learning. At trading, and we're going to learn about DeFi through the academy, and you're going to be learning about crypto and blockchain in general. And so that's always, definitely something that people want to strive towards, not just mirror trading the professional traders, but also learning and getting some insight, and then actually learning it for yourself, because it's just one of those things where you could do this anywhere. It's 24/7 anywhere around the world, being able to tap into these markets, and put yourself in position. Um, so what would you say is some things that, people should avoid when they start out? Is there anything that people should avoid, or something someone can learn, over time?
I would avoid YouTube University. All right. I would avoid YouTube University. I would avoid any quote unquote guru on TikTok, on Instagram who won't show you true profits. The one thing I love about what we're doing is we're showing you actual profits. When I show a 4,600% profit gain, and I say that 10 of my students got into the same trade and they made over $4,600 within less than 2 or 3 hours, we show the proof behind everything. All right. We don't just talk about it, we show it. You have people that go online, go on TikTok, who will be on live for 3, 4 hours just showing charts, but never show a dollar in profit. So go and stick with people, first off, who have longevity in the game.
Yeah.
If you're going to get with a mentor who have longevity in the game, and get with somebody who actually shows profits. What we're showing here in the copy trading side, you can actually see our profits before you even sign up for it. I'm up right now on Bitcoin 12%. I was up on XRP 17, 20, I think 25% earlier. All
Hmm.
right. So it's all about what people can prove. Don't listen to what they say. Tell them to show the proof.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's fine. And when I do the presentations every Monday night at 7:30, that's one of the key things that we really go over is about transparency, and it's about security of funds. So that's why I really get excited about what we're doing with crypto, where people maintain control of their assets at all times. Being able to withdraw, deposit, or stop trading anytime, set their risk parameters and control. And being able to see the real trading history, be able to see the P&Ls and things of that nature, so they can have a realistic expectation. Because in this market right now, with some platforms, they create unrealistic expectations with unrealistic gains, and really, these are pooled accounts where it's some kind of you're paying the new people, the older people with new people's money more than likely. And we wanted to create something, a real transparency that help people really leverage a solid, transparent platform with full security. So before we go into Q&A, the last thing I want to ask you is what excites you about the current market that we're in? So kind of some market insight about where we are right now in this time with blockchain and in the global markets and the economy. So why is this the time to be in crypto? And then what would you tell someone sitting on the sidelines right now?
Oh, I got to rub my hands together for this answer right here, bro. I got to rub my hands together for this one. Right now is the best time, period, for you to be into the cryptocurrency space. Not just on the trading side, but also on the portfolio building side. Not just on the portfolio building side, also on the stock, on the premium stock side and precious metal side, for multiple different reasons. You see, we have multiple different cycles. Right now, we are full throttle in the bearish market. The last time we were in this full bear market was in 2023. 2023, 2022 going into 2023. From that side, we drove the market wave up from 18,000 all the way to $125,000 in Bitcoin. The next wave of Bitcoin moves is going to be roughly around $350,000 to $500,000 in the Bitcoin market space. So you're at the bottom tier level to really, really build a massive portfolio and massive trading portfolio right now. Imagine this, and I want to put this in y'all heads. Imagine getting into a swing trade at $63,000 a Bitcoin. Let's say you have $1,000 in the market. Let's say $500. Put that swing trade in at $500 at 15x leverage, and you're riding the wave up from 63,000 all the way into next year when Bitcoin surpasses 100,000 again, and then from 100,000 to 200,000, and from 200,000 to 300,000. You're talking about taking a small amount of money and making a retirement plan, making $200,000-300,000 in profit just from riding the wave in the longest, I call it the longest swing trade in U.S. history, right? It's all about diving into the market. The last time we got into this play, we didn't have access to the leverage market. We didn't have access into the crypto futures markets. Now you have access to crypto futures markets to make that money, make that small amount of money that you want to put in, work the maximum effort, the maximum level for you right now. So right now is a pivotal time in your life for you to dive in with this war going on, with the corporations crashing, with the economy crashing. Trillions are being made right now. And those trillions can be transferred right back into your pocket if you make the right moves in the right motion. Now is the time. There's no better time. If you're sitting on the sideline, you're going to be the woulda, coulda, shoulda person. Point blank, period. Real active players move. We make moves. The wealthy don't sit on information. They move on information. Point blank, period. Millionaires are not sitting on information. They move as soon as that information hits. Or they go and seek the information. If you're sitting on the sideline, you're going to be broker than you are right now.
That's powerful, brother. That's powerful. I say all the time, we're living in the largest and greatest wealth transfer ever in history. If you didn't come from a wealthy family, this is the opportunity to make sure that a wealthy family comes from you. And a lot of people, when they see assets going down and the market volatility, they get scared and they wait and they sit on the sideline and they're waiting for everything to go up. And people don't realize that, no, this is the time where you should be accumulating, where you should be active, and then so that way when markets do start to move in the upward positive direction, that's where you're going to see the gains. That's where you're going to see, the life-changing income. So you're actually getting in this space, like Cliff's saying, at the right time. at the right time as we're finding a bottom in this market and getting ready to propel into the new financial system where everything is moving on chain and getting tokenized. So the last thing that we'll have before we have Cliff go, we're gonna do a quick Q&A. If anybody got any questions that they want to ask Cliff, and that's why I get excited about what we're doing with OnlyCrypto is that you're able to get to meet the traders. When we have these Tuesday night meet the trader strategy and training session, kind of get any insight into the market or any trading strategy that we have, that the traders have, and kind of get a background of who they are and how they're working and their risk management and things of that nature. But does anybody have any questions for Cliff before we let him go for this evening? Any questions at all? Just put
Yes,
them in
sir.
the chat. Oh, okay. Yeah, come right on in.
Brother
Go ahead,
Ricardo, good
introduce
evening.
yourself. Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yes, this is Dr. Patrice Gordon from Nashville, Tennessee. And first of all, I'm excited to be here. I've been around crypto for years, but I've never been in crypto. I started out years ago just, acquiring Bitcoin with dollar-based averaging. And I had an opportunity that came to me probably about 4 months ago to get involved in trading. But I mean, the amount of money that they were asking up front, I was like, I would first go into debt before I would even get any gain out of it. And then lo and behold, I got involved most recently with you. Good evening, brother Crypto Cliff. I'm excited because my question for you is, have you seen that there's some people that are just naturally drawn to this industry or called to it? Because I'm a newbie, bro. I'm just starting out, but I dream about this at night when I'm asleep. And in the waking hours of the day, while I'm working at the university, helping to instruct my students, when I get breaks, I'm delving into learning more about the blockchain, learning more about crypto and everything else. So, have you noticed over the time you've been involved that there are just some people that are just naturally just kind of pulled into this arena?
Yes, sir. I've taught 2,200 students plus students. I've probably taught to over 10,000. And what I see mostly is people are drawn first. Most people are drawn to the money they can make. But you do have a special type of student who is drawn to the technology, and that's the one I kind of harness in and focus in on the most. Like for instance, I host one-on-one classes, but I vet every single person I take on one-on-one because I know the level of dedication they need to actually be able to go into the space, right? So I would say if you're drawn to this space, stay on that road, bro. Stay on that road because that road is going to lead you to your prosperity. My last student, the last student I had, one of last millionaire student, she came to me the same way. She said the guy literally came to her dream and told her, learn cryptocurrency and look for a person named Cliff. She said she looked on a
Wow.
YouTube video the next day and she found Crypto Cliff.
Mm.
Wow.
And now she's worth 1.7 million.
Mm,
She
mm,
was a manager at Walmart. She's worth 1.7 million and she makes anywhere between 24 to $3,200 a day trading in the markets.
mm, mm.
So I say keep going, keep striving, and stay on that path. Absolutely.
Thank
Awesome.
you, sir.
Awesome.
No
Thank you for
problem.
that question, Dr. Patrice. And for the sake of time, for Cliff, we got enough time for one more question. I do see Missy has a hand up. And then, Cliff, before you go, definitely give everybody any kind of information on how they can follow you and get access to all the things that you offer as well. And then, of course, you guys know you have access to follow Cliff's trades through OnlyCrypto. But Misty, you had a question you wanted to ask. I'm gonna see if you can unmute yourself. Go ahead, Misty. You should be unmuted. Misty Waters, you still have a question? Yes or no? I think I saw you put something in the chat. Hold on, let me check the chat here. Our mic isn't working. Okay, that's not a problem. Well, you can get that question to me and or D, and we'll get that question answered to you, answer for you.
Yeah, we
But
got
yeah.
time for one more. We got time for one more. If you have somebody else got a
Okay,
question.
yeah. If anybody else has one more question that they want to ask, brother Crypto Cliff, Do not be afraid to come up. And like I said, folks, this is something that, we're going to be doing, on a consistent basis where you're going to be able to meet the traders, get a background on the traders, get an idea of their strategy, their risk loss, management, their insight in the market, and then of course be aware of all the other opportunities that they have, whether it's courses or, teaching trading and things of that nature. So it's getting better and just getting started in that regards. But if there aren't any more questions, go ahead, brother, and let people know, where they can follow you on social media and things of that nature. And we're also going to have that information inside of the back office and OnlyCrypto as well. Any pertinent information on the traders, programs or courses they have, and their social media links. Because if you guys are going to follow these traders, you should follow them everywhere, not just in their trading, but also everything else that they're doing as well. And I do see, one second, Misty did put a comment in the chat. How should we think when following a trader versus learning to trade? What indicator or tool do you rely on daily? Okay.
Daily?
Yeah.
Yeah, daily to optimize trend tracker, the RSI, stochastic RSI, in the trend flow profile. We have a list of a lot of different other indicators. I usually give those out to my one-on-one students. But yeah, those three right there are definitely some powerful indicators that will definitely get you in the game. And the way you should use your copy trade account is you should use your copy trade account as something that you can get consistent gains on. But I would still try to focus on trying to learn, not trying, but learning the skill set for yourself. Because you got to think about it. If I live by this creed, and my grandfather taught, I'm a big time fisherman. If you give a man a fish, or give a person a fish, they'll eat for that day. But if you teach them how to fish, they'll eat for a lifetime. And I live by that. I live by that motto. So learn how to fish.
Yeah, definitely. But I appreciate you, brother,
Problem.
for coming on. And we definitely will have you on again.
All right, cool,
And
cool. No problem.
we appreciate everything you're doing for us, sir, and helping the people win and get ahead in this market. Thank
Oh,
you,
no
brother.
problem. You can catch me on TikTok, Crypto Cliff LLC. Instagram, Mr. I Am Money. You can catch me on crypto. Catch me as Crypto Cliff on Facebook.
Awesome.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother, for coming in and introducing yourself to the community.
All right, no problem. Peace.
All right. Peace. And like I said, folks, we're going to have inside the back office, there under probably the credentials section or somewhere, the marketplace, we'll have the traders' social media links so you can be able to follow the traders and kind of get their insight and see what they're posting out there on social media platforms as well. Because one of the major things you want to do is stay up to date. Stay up to date on the information that trader's putting out, stay up to date on the market in general. While you're leveraging, the trades that they make in the market, so you're becoming more astute and informed and educated. And yeah, Misty, we'll put Cliff's socials. We're gonna have that updated in the back office where they will be able to add all their social media links, and then you guys will be able to see that in the marketplace under the trader. We'll have all that there for you guys as well. So that kind of completes our first section on the Meet the Trader Tuesday. What I want to do now is kind of go into, this is a Q&A session in general in regards to the platform, in regards to the compensation plan, in regards to even Bit Unix or the back office. So if there's any questions at all in regards to that, and two things that I do want to show you guys tonight is some updates that we've made to the platform that are going to be beneficial to you. Be beneficial to you when you're helping people kind of understand the magnitude of what we have, where we're going, and how people can get in position. So let me share my screen here. I'm going to pull up the OnlyCrypto back office so you can kind of see some of the updates that we made recently here. All right, let me, here we go. Okay, awesome. You guys should be able to see my screen. So we've made this process pretty, pretty phenomenal. Pretty seamless. Frictionless, straightforward to the best of our ability, and we're constantly making adjustments and enhancements So we like it when people go through the process on their own, and then any hiccups or bumps in the road that they come across, it's brought to our attention so we can fix it and then make it a smooth process. So when the next person goes through it, it's simpler, right? Because we don't want you guys to, have to, be doing too much to help people get set up and all that. It should be a pretty straightforward process. So when people sign up, on the dashboard, we have a OnlyCrypto onboarding guide. Okay, so they should be able to watch that and help them get started. And then as they scroll down in the dashboard, they'll see some steps there to help them set up their account and everything. And then of course on the main dashboard, you have some information in regards to your account and your referral link. We also have, a link to BitUnix. So if somebody wants to get access to the exchange where they can get more information on the traders and all that, of course, is there. We definitely recommend, if you haven't already, everybody join the Telegram groups. The Trader Highlight Telegram group is where, we put a lot of the trade results from the traders and, kind of communicate to the community what the traders are doing. We added an app as well. So if you hit install app, it'll be a notification app on your phone. So in the event that you do get paid in XRP from building an organization, you will get a notification on your phone every time you get paid. We also added a buy XRP button. So if you wanted to buy XRP, we have that on the front end and the back end of the site where you could buy through either MoonPay or two other places that we have incorporated. We added a what's new section. Okay, so anything that we're adding new to the platform, most recent, you'll be able to go there and see what's there in the what's new section. Okay, and I'm going to go over the content hub and the funnel in a second here, but that's what's new. Obviously, you guys have signed up, so you're already familiar with the wallet section and how to check your subscription and things of that nature. And everybody knows that we have the grand promotion right now where you're getting 2 months for free. And, that doesn't expire until May 20th. Okay. So phenomenal time for you to build organizations, share with people, earn some XRP, while you're leveraging these traders and getting educated. And then, like I said, in the marketplace, we actually have a new video as well that we recommend everybody seeing, because remember, this is more like real investing in the sense of the mindset. It's not you shouldn't have a gambler's mindset when you're getting into this space. You really want to have a long-term, realistic mindset when you're getting into this space, right? So we have a great video that we added, in regards to that. And then in the trader section, we will have somewhere where you'll have their credentials, their Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, or whatever else they have. And of course, the credentials section, we know the rewards section. But I'm going to just go to the two sections that we've added, which is the funnels. Okay, so we do have a funnel section. So if you want to share OnlyCrypto and you want to send out some information, we have funnels back there that you can create where they will track the views, it will track how many people clicked on your funnel, it'll track the conversion rate and all that. And so we have 3 different types of funnels. One is like a general funnel that goes over OnlyCrypto and all the information. And we have, a trader funnel that we would send to traders because, of course, you guys know if you refer a trader to OnlyCrypto, you can get paid for every trader, every member that follows their trades. So we added some really dynamic funnels back there that you could take a look at that is going to allow you to make it easier to share, that has a compensation plan, full overview, and things of that nature inside of the funnel. So that comes with the platform, okay? So you guys have access to that. And then we also recently added a content hub, okay? So we have short videos, a few seconds up to maybe a minute or two, where it'll display some information on the membership or the traders or news or debunking a lot of misunderstandings about the platform. We have those videos that you can send out. So like this first platform explainer, let's say if you want to put it on social media with your funnel link, you can download this video and you can just press preview and we'll just watch it. It's like 80 seconds. And this is one of the videos that we have that is available to anybody in the community to use to share the value of OnlyCrypto. And also you can generate it as a post, but we could check this one out here.
OnlyCrypto, the platform that pays you to be in crypto. Step 1, copy trading. For live traders, your account mirrors theirs. automatically. No charts. No guessing. Just follow and profit. Step 2, referral income. Share your link. Earn 7 levels deep. Level 1 earns you $10. Levels 2 through 7 earn you $7 each. Every time someone renews, you get paid. Step 3, real numbers. 15 days live. 25 members joined. For traders live. $1,321 already paid out. Step 4, how to start. Join at OnlyCrypto.io. Pick your plan, $99 starter or $249 pro. Follow your traders. Share your link. Get paid in XRP. Seconds, not days. Only crypto. Follow. Copy. Earn.
So these are some AI generated videos that we have, and these videos, the AI will actually update these videos every week. So next week, this video is going to be a little different because it's going to be based off of more current information. So they're constantly getting enhanced and things of that nature. But obviously, there are different videos that you'll be able to see, and you can decide which one you want to share. Even also on the debunking side, we address some concerns that people might have. So we have a video kind of breaking down only crypto versus Ponzi schemes, right? Kind of debunking why we're not a Ponzi scheme and helping people understand the difference. We got only crypto versus MLM pyramids, kind of breaking down, how only crypto is not like an MLM pyramid. And we have videos only crypto versus signal groups, only crypto versus exchanges. Here's a comparison. And only crypto versus copy apps. So you guys are able to watch those short videos. If you like them, you want to share them, you can share them and then use your funnel link as well. Okay, so some great things that we've added. And the last thing I'll share actually is we also created a blog that you can get to on the main site here as well. But you see it says the blog. And in that blog, we're going to be putting more articles, information on only crypto, updates that we have, success and things that are taking place within the platform. Also going to just talk about crypto in general. And so people can take, these blogs and articles and share them and then have their own referral link tied to it or funnel link or, do a video on the information and, kind of just guide people to the value that we have. So we're constantly adding more to the platform. We're just getting started. We've only been in 2 weeks and been launched in 2 weeks. And we're just getting started, folks. A lot of great things in the pipeline that are coming, more traders, more access, more visibility, more rewards. So, exciting time to be early and to be in the only crypto. So with that being said, those are some of the updates that I wanted to go over, some things that we've added to the website. So definitely take your time, click around, watch the videos, get informed, reach back out to us. We have a support tab on the website as well with any ideas, any suggestions. If you find any bugs in the system or the back office not working, definitely let us know. We also have a report a bug or issue tab as well inside the back office that you'll have access to as well. So let me see if there's any more comments or any more questions here. Okay. D, who is our developer, is also saying it also generates messages for you. So the funnel generates messages for you as well, and it can write can I write some material? Oh yeah, definitely, Misty, definitely get in contact with D. Obviously, we're expanding, right? So if you have some value you want to add to the platform, definitely let us know, and depending on what it is, we might be able to work out something that's even more lucrative for you or that person you bring on. So we're definitely looking to add more value and make this system work for everybody. What is MIMSU? Yeah, so MIMSU is actually, people call me MIMS, which is Make It Make Sense, acronym I came up with because I talk about gold and silver, and I talk about the financial markets and the global economy and the dollar. And when I talk, it makes sense. People really understand why they need to get into the space, why they need to get assets. It kind of correlates to them. And so MIMSU is actually a university. I teach blockchain and crypto as well. And I trade and I buy assets and we've helped people over the years. I've helped tens of thousands of people leverage systems to create residual passive income, to acquire physical and digital assets. So MIMSU is actually a university that I have in school, and I put a lot of great information on blockchain and crypto there as well. So that's kind of my thing as well, in addition to OnlyCrypto. Awesome. All right. So with that being said, if there's no more questions or comments, I want to thank you guys for coming out to tonight's Meet the Trader back office training Q&A session with OnlyCrypto. We are going to be a massive platform. Okay. You guys are really here early. We have some phenomenal, great traders already, but we're going to have more phenomenal traders. We're going to have hundreds of traders to this platform. We're probably going to have tens of thousands of members. We're going to pay out millions of dollars in XRP. This is a real project on the blockchain. We are on the XRP ledger. We have real traders that trade these markets, that have experience in these markets for years, trading cryptocurrency and gold and silver. And this system is really transparent, where you're able to see how the money's made, all the trades and everything that's going on. And then we have a phenomenal referral program that's paying people in this undervalued asset, which is XRP. This is the time to accumulate XRP. Okay, while you're learning and while you're making some mirroring traders trades on the exchange, sharing this platform, helping people do the same and build up a residual in XRP. And as XRP rises in value, right, seeing that appreciation as well, it's going to be a very exciting time. The market that we're in right now is a crazy market, folks. We have the wars going on. We have bills that need to be passed to legitimize further the blockchain and cryptocurrency rails and market. And we will come out of this. And there will be a market on the other side of this that is fully tokenized, that is running on chain. And these assets aren't going to be the same price as they are today. And it's those of us that are educated, that are leveraging platforms like this, that are accumulating these digital assets, that are going to be in a position that a lot of us couldn't even imagine. But it's going to give us that time freedom that's the most important. Some people want to buy Lambos, as they say, win Lambo and going to the moon. But for a lot of us, it's just about having that time freedom. That financial and location freedom to do what we want and spend time with our loved ones. And OnlyCrypto is definitely one of those platforms that's going to help people get there. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. We have next Monday, every Monday, I do the presentations on YouTube. So make sure you're following us on YouTube. The OnlyCrypto presentations on YouTube. And every Tuesday at 7:30, we do the Meet the Trader or, back office training Q&A session. But if you guys need anything, definitely reach out. We are here to help you win. We're just getting started. This is Ricardo Hamilton, Crypto Rick Mims, founder and CEO, chief architect of OnlyCrypto. Everybody have a great night. I'll see you guys on the next Zoom.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.